Great. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. It's like, this is so amazing. The show looks beautiful, like on camera, and then you're here and you're like, you get to see I get to see how the sausage is made.
So now you're playing in Los Angeles this weekend, right? Tell people where you can find you.
This Friday today's Friday. Tonight and tomorrow I'll be headlining at the Pineapple Hill Saloon in Sherman Oaks, and I'm joined by my funny friends Keanu Thompson and Lila Hart. And there'll be a couple special guests. Tonight is Nick Searcy. Tomorrow is Perry Caravello, who has kind of a niche internet celebrity. He's
fantastic.
Yeah.
And so where can people get tickets for that? They go to your website for a link?
Yeah, just go to my website, ChrissieMayr.com, and there should be a couple left, so you should run and get them.
And Mayor is spelled M-A-Y-R. How about that? Okay. All right, Chrissie. Well, good luck this weekend, or break a leg. That's what I'm supposed to say this weekend. I wish I was in town. I would come by and see your set. But let's get to the stories today. Look at this. So you remember when
oh my God.
Oprah did this? This is what Oprah says. She's going to help the people of Maui. This is what Oprah says.
We were so concerned about what was happening in Maui that we were texting back and forth. And I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community. And I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think that's the answer.
I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
That's right. And I know a lot of people out there, as Oprah and I have been finding, are just having a hard time trusting where the money goes. What organizations should I send money to? How can I help? In this case, the fund that we created with a lot of hard work from a lot of hardworking people who all care about these people of Maui. As Oprah was saying, it is a clean, direct from you directly to their hands, and right away with some real immediacy, because as we're finding, as you guys around the world know, with disasters like this, the number one need is money.
Is money.
In hand.
And so people being able to have their own agency, being able to make decisions for themselves about what they need and what their family needs, that's our goal, is to get that to the people now. And so we appreciate any support that you can give. All the people who were calling me and texting me and messaging me and saying, what do I do? What do I do? This is what you do.
Now you know.
The People's Fund of Maui.
And they're going to start off the campaign with a $10 million donation of their own that they found behind a sofa cushion in their guest house.
They just had to knock a wall down and get it out of a briefcase.
But they're still relying on regular people for donations because they're vampires. And I mean, Oprah is worth $2.5 billion, Chrissie.
Wow.
So I don't know how you even spend $1 billion. Could you imagine? $1 billion is $1,000 million.
That's insane.
How do you even spend that? You could buy $1 million house every day for 1,000 days. It's just nuts. And so this seems nuts to me that they. Here.
She could be the fund. The Rock could be the fund. What do they need us for?
Why do they need? Right? Why don't you call on your other billionaire friends to donate some money? Why are you calling on regular people to donate money? People who are all living paycheck to paycheck. Why wouldn't you call up all your rich friends? She knows all the richest people in the world. She knows Elon Musk, and she knows Jeff Bezos, and she knows Bill Gates, and she knows Warren Buffett. How much money do you think that those people in Maui need? I'm sure you guys could find that money in your couch cushions. I'm not kidding. I know a guy when Tim Allen had his show on TV, his big show, Tool Time. One time, someone was at his house. Literally, he pulled out there was a check for $90,000. He pulled out of his couch. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
That's how much money those kind of people can generate, right? And so somebody made.
So if you send a donation, just click now.
Okay. Oh,
it's so sus.
So if you send a donation, just click now.
Did I just witness what I think I witnessed? Please don't tell me I just saw a billionaire standing next to a multi-millionaire begging the average everyday citizen for donations that can barely get by due to a real-life recession. living paycheck to paycheck, barely can pay rent, barely can put food on the table for our families, okay? Living in a real life recession in a country where our president is giving away all our resources, sources, and resources to another country for money. If you two don't go take your Hollywood elite behinds to your other Hollywood elite friends and politician buddies that got millions like you do and billions and get all that money together and help out Maui, you are out your damn mind.
That's
Please
right.
don't insult our intelligence like that. And after you guys do all of that, you will have enough money to help the rest of us. Boo. Get out of here with that. The nerve.
The amount of times they said put the hand directly into their hands, it goes direct. She says it so many times, it makes you suspect. Like,
Well, that's a good point you bring up. Watch this. So now here's someone addressing this through comedy, and I always like to highlight that. So let's check this out.
And we're so concerned with what's happening in Maui. We thought we'd ask you to do something about it. You being other billionaires? No, just like regular normal people. Right, okay, but you're giving 10 million. Well, we've committed to giving 10 million. What does that mean? Well, we haven't actually given it yet, but we're committed to giving it via you. Sorry, what was that? We're committed to giving the 10 million through your donations. What do you say at the end there? We'd like you to donate, and that's how we'll get to the 10 million. I thought that you already pledged the 10 million. Well, we've sort of committed that on behalf of you. So you haven't given 10 million, then you've just set a goal of raising it. Well, so you've committed other people's money to your own charity you just set up. With disasters like this, the number one need is money. Aren't you a multi-billionaire? Well, yes. A billion is 1,000 million. And you have multiple billion. Yes. And you also own 2,000 acres in Maui. Don't you have both the means and the moral obligation to help the community you live in? Hello? Oprah. Guys, I think she's Mitch McConnell.
yeah, pledge. It looks like Oprah's trying to do an Amber Heard situation on us, where she says, "Oh, I'm pledging it. I'm gonna, just not now."
It does feel like that. Yeah. Amber Heard said she gave that money, but I have given it. No, you pledged to give it. Well, that's the same thing. It's not the same thing. So I think it's just how does Oprah not have a friend who says, hey, this looks bad that you're worth $2.5 billion. You have more than enough money to fix these people and make them whole. And you're going to ask regular working people instead of your other billionaire friends it's just nuts.
Do they think we're stupid?
And yes, they do. And you get a burnt car, and you get a burnt car, and you get a burnt car. And so there's one more video I want to show you about this.
I occasionally in the last couple of days have gone to both Oprah and The Rock's page to see if they would address what happened. And I went to Oprah's page.
What?
Look, you all, I'm not kidding you. You could type in Oprah and this is what comes up. She had over 200,000 followers, which is actually quite small for somebody of her celebrity status. I don't know if she took this down herself, if her PR people did, if people reported her. I don't know, but this brings me so much joy. Second of all, I don't know how many million followers he has. I too go to his to see if he addresses the video. And he hasn't for like 5 days. And then he posts this video and it's about him working out and how much he sweats. And you need to go to the comment section. It is glorious. People are just ripping him. Like, we're never going to forget. And then this one is an old video that he posted. And it was like fans that he drove by. And he's like, hey, trying to show us all that. Oh, people still love me. Again, this video... also glorious with the comment section. Now, here's the third thing that's really important. People have done research on this fund that she started, People's Fund of Maui, and they found out it's under the umbrella, like a foundation called EIF, Entertainment Industry Foundation. It's not even something that just her and The Rock put together. And they looked at their taxes. The president of the company, I wrote this down, makes $423,000. The president of this non-for-profit fund, this foundation, makes nearly $500,000. And then the CEO makes $359,000. Ain't that nice? But our money, or it's not because not a lot of people have donated, which is amazing. But these people are asking us as Americans who can barely afford their bills to pay into a foundation where your two top people, first one 423, second one 359,000. Like the next 10 people make over 200,000. Like the next one is 289. I am so happy right now that people are waking up to the ridiculousness. And it's the powers that be, the wealthy, it's the politicians. This is something we all should be able to unite on. I think we are. I have hope. We have finally found something that we can all agree on and unite. The only reason these people have this much money is because of us. So let's stop giving it to them and take away their power and get ours back.
Yeah, I don't know how we do that, but that was very interesting, all of that. And what do you have to say about it, Chrissie?
It definitely explains why Oprah said so many times, it goes directly into their hands. It goes directly into their hands. And I was like, yeah, I wonder what the administrative fees are on this. And I'm glad people looked into it. Yeah. And I didn't realize Oprah lived in Maui.
And she had 2,000 acres. 2,000 acres. You know, that's bigger than Central Park.
Jeez. She could invite everybody over.
I heard she's got her own fire department. Like, I don't know if that's true, but somebody said that. Like, she's got her own fire team.
Hey, Suri, how many acres is Central Park? They say 1.32 square miles. But how many fucking acres? That's not the question I asked. 843 acres.
Wow.
Central Park in New York City is 843 acres. She owns 2,000 acres in Maui. That can't be true, right? Can someone own that much of Maui?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's hard to believe, honest. I'm going to have to double check that and get back to you in a later video because that seems she owns 1,000 acres.
Jimmy?
Still bigger.
1,000.
Still
just
bigger.
1,000.
Come on.
So still bigger than Central Park. So you double check that and it's 1,000 acres? Okay.
Yeah.
So she still owns more area of Maui than Central Park.
Oof.
Oh my God.
I heard a conspiracy theory that like this happened because they're trying to like buy up more or like
it's a land grab. It looks like a land grab.
Yeah.
It certainly looks that way, Chrissie. I mean, he just reported on it for the first 30 minutes. He was there. He just got back from Maui.
You were there?
Yeah, I just went for 4 days and stuff.
Wow.
And you know, alluding to this story, this is why I went there to see these mutual aid camps directly, so we can get that money directly to the people, whether it be Oprah, Rock, anybody else, the Red Cross, FEMA. There's always going to be red tape, and people are going to get their hands in the cookie jar. So if you can find a way to pump money directly into these people, and that was part of the reason I went. And Hanakawai Beach,
were you
get it right to
throwing out
them.
paper towels to the people?
So you know what I don't understand? Well, what I think I do understand, but what I would like to see more than Oprah do that is Oprah do a video where she's complaining about the government not taking care of those people while we send hundreds of billions of dollars to the most corrupt country in Europe for a proxy war. We're funding Nazis to fight. So she's not going to say any of that. So she's not upset at the government. She's not going to pressure Joe Biden. She's not going to pressure anybody to do. I'm sure she knows who the governor of Maui is. I'm sure she knows. I'm sure she's on a first name basis with the governor and the mayor of Maui. So I'm sure she could put pressure on those people. She's on a first name basis with Joe Biden. Why isn't she doing anything? Why doesn't she pressure those? So that's what's suspect when I see her and The Rock want to hold the government who is supposed to be taking care of these people and aren't, and they're not saying anything about it. I bet she still has a Ukraine sticker on her car. I'm sure she does. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about, and that's garbage. What she's doing. You can do that. Go ahead and do that. I'll even let her do that, right? Even without giving her own money, I'll let her do that. But what she should be doing is calling out. There's something wrong here that the government isn't taking care of these people. And where is Joe Biden? And why isn't he here? And what? Nothing like that. That's all I hear is that. So. Yeah. Anything else?
Well, the water diversion that I talked about that's been going on for years and years, I'd like to look into it a little bit more next time I go back there. Maybe some of that water that was diverted away from the indigenous farmers and the locals there in Lahaina and led to those conditions, maybe that water got diverted to some of that 1,000 acres and what the hell just got on there.
I wonder.
I'm going to go take a look at that.
I wonder how much water her 1,000 acres uses. That'd be really interesting.
We can't let Oprah's grass get crispy. I mean, it's just not good for the soul.
It's not. Hey, so come see us live on tour. We're going to be in Detroit, that's Rochester, Michigan, Tampa, Boca Raton, Orlando, Dallas, Houston, San Diego, Bloomington, Illinois, where I went to college, Indianapolis, Levittown, New York, and Red Bank, New Jersey. Go to jimmydore.com for a list of all those shows.